Hi, welcome to another video.
So what if I told you that there is a brand new command line tool that completely changes how you work with code, and it's powered by one of the most sophisticated AI context engines ever built. Today I am diving deep into Auggie CLI from Augment Code, and I have to say, after spending hours testing this thing, I am genuinely impressed by what they have accomplished here. Before we jump into the technical stuff, let me give you some background. You have probably heard of Augment Code before. They have been making waves in the development community with their IDE extension that feature this incredible context engine. What makes this approach different is how deeply it understands your entire code bases, not just the file you are currently working on. We are talking about a system that can analyze project structure, dependencies, patterns, and relationships across potentially millions of lines of code. Let me be honest with you. When I first heard about another AI CLI tool, I rolled my eyes a little. We have got Cloud Code from Anthropic, Google's Gemini CLI, OpenAI's various command line offerings, and dozens of other tools in this space. The market feels saturated, but here is what makes Auggie different and why I think you should pay attention. The secret sauce is that its context engine I mentioned. Most CLI tools work by taking your prompt, maybe grabbing a few files for context, and then hoping for the best. Auggie works differently. It builds a comprehensive map of your entire project before it even starts making any change. Think of it like having a developer who's already spent weeks studying your code bases versus someone who just walked in and started making suggestions. This approach has some real practical benefits. First, you are going to see way less errors. You know those moments when an AI tool confidently suggests code that would completely break your application because it does not understand how your component interacts. That happens a lot less with Auggie because it actually understands the relationship between different parts of your code. Getting started with Auggie is straightforward, but there is a few requirements you need to know about. You will need Node.js version 22 or later installed, and you will need an Augment Code account. The good news is that if you don't have an account yet, you can create one for free during the setup process. Installation is as simple as running a single npm command. Open your terminal and type npm install-g at augmentcode/Auggie. The installation process will pull down all the necessary packages, and within a minute or two you will be ready to go. Once you have Auggie installed, the first thing you will want to do is sign into your Augment account. Just type Auggie in your terminal and you will see the login interface. After you authenticate, Auggie will ask about indexing your workspaces. This is crucial because this is where the powerful context engine does its magic. Point it to your project directory and it will start building its understanding of your code bases. The indexing process is fascinating to watch. Auggie does not just scan files randomly, it analyzes your project structure, understanding your dependencies, identifying patterns in how you organize your code, and building a comprehensive map of how everything fits together. Depending on the size of your project, this can take anywhere from a few seconds for a smaller projects to several minutes for large enterprise code bases. One of the first things you will want to do is set your preferred model. Auggie supports both GPT-4 and Claude models, and you can switch between them depending on your needs. I have been primarily using Claude for testing, but both options work well. Here is where things get really interesting. Let's say you want to build something new in your project. Instead of just typing a basic prompt, you can use Auggie's prompt enhancement feature. Press Ctrl+P and Auggie will take your simple request and transform it into a comprehensive, well-structured prompt that includes relevant context from your code bases. For example, if I type something simple like add a user dashboard with charts, the prompt enhancer might expand that into a detailed specification that includes your existing UI patterns, your current data structure, your styling approach, and specific implementation details that align with how your project is already architectured. When Auggie started working on your request, you will see it breaks down the task into a smaller manageable pieces. It created a task list and works through each item simultaneously. What I love about this approach is that you can see exactly what's doing at each step, and you get visual diffs right in the terminal showing you exactly what changes are being made to your files. Let me walk you through a real example. I asked Auggie to create a complete project management application with task tracking. Within minutes, it had generated a full React application with proper component structure, routing, authentication flows, and even some basic styling. But here is what impressed me most. After completing the execution, the code was not just functional, it followed the pattern and conventions I typically use in my projects. It properly organized components into a logical directories, used consistent naming conventions, and even included appropriate error handling and loading states. What's even better is that Auggie maintains context throughout your entire session. So when I ask it to add additional features like a calendar view and a team collaboration feature, it understood exactly how to integrate these new components with the existing codebase. It did not start from scratch or suggest changes that would conflict with what I already have built. The debugging process is transparent too. You can see exactly which file Auggie is checking, what issue it identifies, and how it plans to fix each problem. The educational aspect is really valuable because you are not just getting your bug fixed, you are learning about potential issues and best practices along the way. Another standalone feature is Auggie's GitHub integration. You can trigger commands on the command line with Auggie command name or from /command in the terminal UI. Once you connect your GitHub account, Auggie can handle a wide range of repository management tasks directly from the command line. Want to create an issue for a bug you discovered? Just tell Auggie about the problem and it can automatically create a detailed GitHub issue with appropriate labels and descriptions. If you need to commit your changes and create a pull request, Auggie can handle that too, and it will even generate meaningful commit messages and pull request description based on the changes you have made. The multimodal support is another interesting feature. You can run multiple AI models simultaneously and even compare their outputs for complex tasks. This is particularly useful when you are working on challenging problems where you want to see different approaches or when you want to validate AI-generated solutions. Tool permissions are handled elegantly too. You can define exactly what tool and capabilities an agent has access to, which is crucial for CI/CD environment or when you are running Auggie in production system. This granular control means you can use Auggie in enterprise environment without worrying about it making unexpected changes to critical systems. So I have been testing Auggie and I have to say it's become a regular part for my development workflow. The combination of deep code-based understanding, powerful automation capabilities, and seamless integration with existing tools make it genuinely useful for real-world development tasks. Is it perfect? No. There are still some rough edges. Auggie is currently in beta and may not run on all environments and terminal configurations. I have encountered occasional issues with complex project configurations, and the indexing process can be slow for very large code bases. So you can see the future of software development is clearly moving toward more intelligent, context-aware tools, and Auggie feels like a glimpse of what that future looks like. It's not just about generating code anymore. It's about having an AI partner that truly understands your project and can help you build, debug, and maintain software more effectively. That's my take on Auggie CLI, and I am curious to hear your thoughts and experiences if you decide to give it a try. So that's it from the video. If you like, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.